The Constitution of the Italian Republic was enacted by the Constituent Assembly on the 22nd of December 1947, with 453 votes in favour and 62 against. The text, which has since been amended 15 times, was promulgated in the extraordinary edition of Gazzetta Ufficiale No.298 on the 27th of December 1947. The Constituent Assembly was elected by universal suffrage on the 2nd of June 1946, at the same time as a referendum on the abolition of the monarchy. The Constitution came into force on the 1st of January 1948, 1 century after the Statuto Albertino had been enacted, although the latter remained in force after Benito Mussolini's march on Rome in 1922. It had become devoid of substantive value. Constituent Assembly. If you want to go on a pilgrimage to the place where our Constitution was created, go to the mountains where partisans fell, to the prisons where they were incarcerated, and to the fields where they were hanged. Wherever an Italian died to redeem freedom and dignity, go the young people and ponder, because that was where our Constitution was born. Piero Calamandrei. The groups that composed the Constituent Assembly covered a wide range of the political spectrum, with the prevalence of three major groups, namely Christian Democrats, liberals and leftists. All these groups were deeply anti-fascist, so there was general agreement against an authoritarian constitution, putting more emphasis on the legislative power and making the executive power dependent on it. So the Constitution doesn't follow the concept of separation of powers as conceived by major figures of the Enlightenment like Kant and Montesquieu, and incorporates mechanisms to protect the needs of governmental stability while avoiding any degeneration of parliamentarism. All the different political and social views of the Assembly contributed in shaping and influencing the final text of the Constitution. For example, constitutional protections concerning marriage and the family reflect natural law themes as viewed by Roman Catholics, while those concerning workers' rights reflect socialist and communist views. This has been repeatedly described as the constitutional compromise, and all the parties that shaped the Constitution were referred to as the Arco Costituzionale. There were 556 members of the Constituent Assembly, of which 21 were women, with 9 from the Christian Democratic group, 9 from the Communist group, 2 from the Socialist group, and 1 from the Common Man's group. These members came from all walks of life, including politicians, philosophers and partisans, and many of them went on to become important figures in the Italian political history.